What's up, Tech? It's Josh here, and this is my experience that I've had for the last few weeks with the Miimo mower. This first initial video is going to be about my experience that I've had with the Miimo mower for the last few weeks. I'm going to be making other periodic posts over my social media sites and also on this channel. So you definitely want to subscribe, hit that notification bell so you don't miss any more videos about the Miimo experience that I've had. All those links are down below in the video description. With all that out of the way, I just definitely wanted to give you my experience about the Miimo mower. This has been such a cool project to be part of, and I'm so thankful that I get to be part of it. The reason why I'm excited is because, one, I used to be in lawn care landscaping. I like to take care of my yard. I take pride in it. I'm not saying it's the best perfect yard out there in the neighborhood, but I definitely enjoy taking care of the yard. It's one of my kind of escapes. I have to deal with digital and technical stuff at all times, so doing something with my hands and still being able to be creative and just take care of something is definitely fulfilling for me. It's just a nice balance of life. Work-life balance is definitely important to me because I am a business owner. I need to be able to spend good quality time on the business along with my personal life, with my family, my friends, different activities, things that just keep me balanced in life without just going crazy one way or the other. And so any way that I can find a way to balance time, it is a big deal to me. Miimo definitely does that. The first time I cut my yard after Miimo's been installed, it saved me so much time. All I had to do was weedy edge and then take care of a few limbs and things like that. I saved a ton of time. Even with the size yard that I have, it still took a lot of time just to take care of it. I push mow the yard because it's not quite big enough to justify having a riding mower, so I push mow, and that usually takes about 45 minutes to an hour, just kind of depends on the conditions of the yard and so forth. So being able to save that time, that 45 minutes to an hour, and just go right to edging and weed eating, man, it was so refreshing. I got done with the weed eating and edging. I was like, this took almost no time to do because it's just a basic yard. Go around the house, go around the edges of the property, a few trees here and there, and that's it. That's all I had to do. So being able to save that time was a huge deal to me, and I loved that experience. Another great part of the experience was that installation was a breeze because I didn't have to do that. We had a certified installer come to the house and install this Miimo system. It took him maybe about 3 to 4 hours to do. And man, he did such a good job. He's a great guy to work with. Big shout out to Honda for being able to come to my house all the way from Atlanta, which was like about a 4-hour drive, and still be able to install this for me. And I love that I didn't have to install it, even though that they said I could probably do it because I'm techie, I'm savvy and all that kind of stuff. It was just nice to have someone else come out and do it, make sure it got done properly. He educated me really well. He walked me through the process, gave me instructions of how to operate Miimo, maintenance, all that kind of stuff. Very knowledgeable person, but also just very kind, and just being able to walk a customer through the process of how to take care of the yard with Miimo and what to expect. The only thing that I have gone against from what the installer was saying was the random patterns. I just can't deal with that. Being that I was in lawn care landscaping, I like to go in striping kind of patterns and just kind of take sections at a time versus just these random kind of cuts. So that's what Miimo was doing at first, and I just couldn't take it anymore. So I put it on a diagonal kind of cut. So it kind of takes one section at a time going back and forth, and I felt a whole lot better about it. Another interesting fact was for my size yard, it takes 38 hours out of the week for it to completely cover the yard. I thought that was definitely interesting. So it runs every day. That's definitely a given. We have it scheduled from about 10 to 2 or 10 to 3 p.m. kind of depending on the day. We kind of extend some hours on a couple days because we know that we're not gonna be home or we're not gonna be out in the yard doing anything that would be in the danger of my kids. So that brings up another point, is that you definitely want to be mindful of the area that the Miimo is going to be at. And you definitely want to be mindful of if you have children or animals. It does have this bump guard, so if it bumps up against something, it'll stop cutting, it'll turn directions, go the opposite way, all that kind of avoidance kind of stuff. But if you got small little feet, it definitely gives you a higher risk of some sort of injury, so I definitely want to kind of keep you mindful of those kind of factors. I don't feel like it's going to be an issue, but at the same time, you got to be careful with what you're dealing with. So my top favorite features about this is definitely that I don't have to mow the yard. That's definitely the best feature about this. I also like the fact that this thing is very quiet. You can run this at nighttime and it will not disturb anybody because it barely makes a sound. It's actually very interesting when it's cutting grass. It's like this clinging kind of sound, and it actually chops up the grass into almost a dust. It kind of does a Thanos effect, I guess. Stupid dad joke, I know. not like a mulching mower that you're used to or a side discharge. You don't have any kind of clippings that you have to deal with, so it's a nice clean cut. Let me see who this is. Hello, this is Josh. Hello, this is Josh. Hello. So many junk calls, and being a business owner, you have to answer every call because you just never know if it's going to be a customer or not. I mean, the Smart ID has a name on there, so let's call it back and see what happens. Definitely crap call. When the installer came out, he mentioned that I needed to fill in some gaps and holes, and I had full intention of doing that, but I kind of wanted to see if Miimo could make it through the stuff. And it hasn't got stuck yet, so all the areas that he had concern about, it has not got stuck. It's still operating and doing a wonderful, fantastic job of working through those kind of issues. With that said though, I still need to get those holes filled in. It's like some areas where some squirrels dug up a couple little holes. Like, it kind of irritates me because you'd be walking in the yard and all of a sudden you're about to break your ankle because of a hole in the yard. And a couple other areas that were like dug out or something. So anyways, areas that I still need to take care of, so that was just a smooth operation regardless, and I definitely want to adhere to the advice that the installer had. But it is nice to know that Miimo has made it through those areas of concern without any problems. Another feature that I want to mention is that this is nice and secure, so no one can steal it and use it. Once you pick it up, it locks up, it shuts off, and you have to enter a PIN code to get back into the operation. So it's very nice to know that if someone wants to try to pick it up and take it home with them and think that they could use it, they're not going to be able to. They're going to have to take it to an authorized dealer to get it unlocked. There's no way to do it themselves. So that's my experience so far with the Miimo Robotic Mower. It's a very cool product. I'm excited to have it. I'm so thankful to be part of this program to kind of report to you guys about my experience throughout the summertime. Again, stay tuned for more of those updates coming out really soon. All those links down below in the video description. Thanks again for watching. I appreciate it. Until you see me next time, I hope that you have a great week.